How to reach sponsors like a pro, the step-by-step framework. If you do not intensely research your sponsors before you pitch them, you look desperate. You look like someone asking for a handout. But if you do this right, if you follow the exact framework I'm about to show you, you look incredibly strategic. You look like an insider. Insiders are the ones who get the massive checks, the big brand deals. I'm Roger Wakefield, the Chief Revenue Officer of Sponsorships. Now, in the United States, I have negotiated deals with some of the biggest corporate brands in the world. And I will tell you right now, the biggest advantage those corporate brands have over you in negotiations is information. Brands know their exact metrics. They know their exact budgets, and they usually assume that you know absolutely nothing. They use your lack of research to diminish your value. They want you walking into a negotiation blind so they can dictate the terms. Now, in this video, I'm going to explore the number one research mistake that kills sponsorship deals instantly. And I'm going to show you how SponsorKit.pro weaponizes your research to shift the power dynamic entirely in your favor. Research is not just looking at brands' websites. Research is about reading their mind. Step one of the framework is the brand campaign review. Before you ever generate a pitch deck in SponsorKit, you need to look at what the brand is actively doing right now. Look at their recent social media ads, their social media posts. Look at what their latest product launches are. What is their current messaging tone? Are they trying to research a younger demographic? Are they pushing a new software feature? You have to figure out what their marketing director is stressed about at this very moment. And then number two is identifying your alignment angles. Once you know what the brand is trying to push, you ask yourself one critical question. How does my specific audience help them hit that specific goal? If a tool company is launching a new line of lightweight equipment aimed at aging contractors and your audience is full of veteran tradesmen, that's your alignment angle. You're not just selling them a YouTube integration. You're selling them direct access to their exact target market. Step three is the personalization layer. This is the mistake that kills deals. Creators send emails and say, I love your brand. Sponsor me. Send me money. It is completely generic. When you use the email sequences inside SponsorKit.pro, you use the personalization layer. You reference how you see your alignment with their brand right in the opening email. You say, I saw your recent campaign for the new lightweight tool line. It is brilliant, and it's exactly what my audience of veteran contractors has been needing. Do you see the difference? You're flattering them by showing them that you pay attention, and then you immediately back it up with data. You go from being a stranger to being an industry peer. You go to being a trusted advisor. And finally, step four, structured follow-up. You can do the best research in the world. You can build the most beautiful 6-card pitch deck inside SponsorKit.pro. But if you send one email and you stop, you lose. 90% of massive brand deals are closed in the follow-up. The marketing director is busy. They saw your email. They liked your research. They liked your pitch deck. And then they got distracted by a meeting. If you don't follow up, they could very easily forget you. They could easily forget that you exist. This is where SponsorKit.pro completely separates you from the amateurs. Our system builds professional, structured follow-up sequences. It relentlessly but professionally bumps your pitch back to the top of their inbox, right where you want it to be. Remember, it's your turn to be on top. Let me tell you what actually happens when you start operating like this. It completely changes your reality. Right now, we're in the middle of working on a $60,000 upfront sponsorship agreement with an adhesive company for a campaign spanning March and April. $60,000 upfront. Do you honestly think that I walked into that negotiation by sending just a generic PDF media kit or something to an info@company.com and hoping they like my YouTube videos? No. When you get on a Zoom call with a massive corporate marketing director, you have to understand the game they are playing. They already have a file on you. They have their own data analysts. They have their budget spreadsheets open on their second monitor. Their entire job, their directive from their boss, is to acquire your audience's attention for the absolute lowest possible price. They want you walking into that meeting feeling like a lucky amateur who just won the lottery, because a lucky amateur will accept a terrible deal just to get that new logo on the scroll on their channel. They are banking on your lack of preparation. They're weaponizing your imposter syndrome against you. And the only people that don't have imposter syndromes are the imposters. Here's the thing. When you use the framework inside SponsorKit.pro, when you do the campaign review, you find the alignment angle, you know the alignment percentage, you know how good of a synergistic relationship this can be. And you track the data, the entire energy of that room changes the second you open your mouth, because you know exactly what you're talking about. You send over that custom 6-card pitch deck. It's in their inbox. You text it to them, however you get it to them. It has their branding. It outlines their exact current pain points. It proves your demographic alignment mathematically. You don't stutter when they ask for your rate. The Sponsor Kit price value calculator has helped you already calculate your exact worth. In an instant, you stop being a creator asking for a handout, and you become the chief revenue officer of a media business, offering them a lifeline. You completely short circuit their normal pattern of rejection. You shock the heck out of them. I see this every single day. That's why we're building an event center here in Wiley. Right now, we're looking at it and bringing dirt in and getting ready to go. Specifically to bring tradespeople, content creators, influencers, coaches, consultants, trainers, and massive corporate sponsors together in one room. And I talk to these executives off the record. Do you know what they tell me? They say, Roger, look, we have millions of dollars to spend, millions of dollars that they have to spend every quarter, or they lose their budget for next year. But you know what they're afraid of? They're afraid of handing that money to an unorganized creator who's going to miss deadlines and make them look foolish to their boss. They want to give you that money, but you have to give them the infrastructure that makes them feel safe. If you're doing your research manually, you're spending 10 to 20 hours a week scraping the internet just to send 2 emails, 2 pitch decks. You're operating from a place of desperate scarcity. You let the brands dictate the terms because you're terrified of losing that one lead that you have. You're playing the puppet. When you automate this research and follow up through SponsorKit.pro, you build a massive pipeline. You operate with an abundance mindset. If a brand tries to lowball you, you simply walk away very politely. Look, I'm sorry. I don't think this is a good fit for us right now. And you're not worried about it. The system is already pitching 1, 2, 12 brands every day, every night while you sleep. You become the one pulling the strings. So look, here's the deal. Do not ever go into another pitch blind. Do not let these brands assume you're just another uneducated creator begging for a free product. They'd probably be happy just to give it to you to get a video. But when you show up with the data, when you show up with the research, the power dynamic instantly shifts. You become the one pulling the strings. But to execute this espionage level research at scale, you cannot be doing this manually. You absolutely must get SponsorKit.pro. Now, if you're just starting out and you're looking at the rookie or the creator package, that's fine. That's 1 pitch deck a week or 1 pitch deck a day. That may be enough to get you going. It should take you about 15 minutes to do it. If you can afford to scale up to SponsorKit Pro or the Pro Plus tier, you're going to see the difference. The Pro tiers unlock the deep valuation tools, the advanced social tracking, and the multi-sequence reach out that allows you to weaponize your research across hundreds of brands all at the same time. You need the heavy artillery to command top dollar. Click the link below Go to sponsorkit.pro, and if you're ready to take this serious, upgrade to the Pro or Pro Plus plan. Arm yourself with the right infrastructure and go build your machine. The money's there. It's waiting for you. Sponsorkit.pro. It's your turn to be on top.